Hello, welcome to Consciously Healthy. I'm Claire.
I'm Laura.
And we're going to talk about health food shopping, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And farmers markets.
And farmers markets. And
of which I love.
we love a farmers market. But they're...
I do like remortgaging my house to go shopping.
I know, right? But there's something that I've been picking up on a lot this week in general, this week and last week. And it's around ploys in marketing. So things that we get sucked into because it looks good on the packaging. I've actually done a couple of videos on it. So it's on our YouTube channel, the Balance Wellness TV YouTube channel. It'll also be on Balance Wellness on Facebook and on my page, which is Claire Snowden Darling on Facebook. So some really good videos going around a supermarket and talking about marketing ploys. And I actually think that farmers markets and health food shops in particular can be two of the places that you need to have your wits around you the most.
I think so. We both come from a marketing background. Before we got into health, we both worked in marketing. And I remember working for a shampoo company. And it was when natural ingredients were coming into fashion in terms of shampoo. And I remember us going that we were going to add like 0.5% of aloe vera, for example, and it does absolutely nothing in the product.
Because there's not enough of it.
No, it's completely inactive. But we wanted to put it in there because we were able to say this product contains aloe vera that is good for nourishing your hair, for example. So we didn't say the shampoo was good for nourishing our hair. We just said the aloe vera was good for... I know, honestly, marketing... It's horrible, it's really naughty. And I think that, coming back onto the subject, health food stores and farmers markets can play into the same thing.
They can very much. And so one of the reasons for this, going through I was actually at a farmers market yesterday with a friend of mine who's just moved down to our local area, and we have a gorgeous farmers market where we are every first and third Friday of the month. And so I used to go quite regularly, haven't been for a while. So I said to her, I'll take you to the farmers market and I'll show you around the good bits. And we're walking around. And she was like, I'll just go and get some veg from there. And I went, well, how important was organic to you? And she said, well, yeah, but it's organic farmers market. I went, no, this is not I've asked, they use pesticides. So actually, that particular farm, it is from a farm, but it's not organic.
Isn't most food from a farm that's vegetables? Just putting it out there.
Oh, yes, all right then, Miss Pedantic.
Yeah. But that's it. I mean, just because it's in a farmer's market, we assume that it's organic, but it's just from a farm that, it's just from a farm.
It's just from a farm. So with the typical spraying things. And it comes back down to the people who are organic will actually make a big thing about it. So like there's a really great traditional cheese dairy, and the reason that we like that one is because they use unpasteurised milks, which is actually from a health perspective much better for you. So it's really interesting that we just kind of get into this, I'm in a farmer's market, so I'm going to pay 3 times the price for everything. And actually some of it isn't what I'm really after. So it's kind of the point of this podcast is around, it's about questioning and asking the questions and reading packets. So for me, going into health food shops, I remember I used to live in Bristol and I went to this little health food shop. And I guess I was probably trying to lose weight, probably. I was about 18. And I remember going in and thinking, there was like a piece of cake or something like in a packet. And I was like, it must be good for me because it's in a health food shop. And I remember picking it up and going, oh my God, that's more calories than the one I could buy in the spa next door. Now, of course, looking back on it, it probably had better quality ingredients. I'm not saying it didn't. I don't know now, it was a long time ago. But it actually was still grains, still sugar, still dairy, more expensive, and actually had more calories. So ultimately, how is that better for me? It may be that people would argue, well, it's organic sugar. I would argue it's still sugar.
Mm-hmm. I think because I did the same thing when I first started going into health food stores. There's this kind of assumption that everything in there is really good for me because it's in a health food store. But yeah, the more that I became a label reader, and I've been doing this health journey for about 15 years now, so I'm quite an anal label reader. And I look for ingredients that I don't understand, I Google them. There are lots of things like hidden sugars, hidden grains that are probably I'm not going to digest, I'm not going to have a good time with. So it is about like you said, asking the questions and reading the labels, and not just assuming that everything in a farmer's market and a health food store is good.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, I tend to now have like a really specific set group of things I'm going into a health food shop for. And I remember once picking up, we used to work above a health food shop, which was fun, expensive, fun. And, I remember picking up this sort of thing of sort of snacks at the end of the afternoon. And in my head, if I'm picking up something that is like a snack, it says good nibbles. Oh, it's good. It's nibble. That's exactly what I'm after. Or something like that. It was called something similar. And I picked it up and it sort of said honeycomb. So in my head, I'm thinking the stuff that is in honey, and there was chocolate. So in my head, I'm thinking dark chocolate or raw chocolate, and, you know, had nuts in it. So I'm going, oh, this is going to be great. And of course I opened it and it was literally milk chocolate, that honeycomb that goes in those crunchy bars, those Cadbury crunchy bars, and nuts. I mean, we still ate it because we were quite stressed that day. And it came from a health food shop. But actually, that's my point, is that it's stuff that is, it may be more ethically sourced, it may be organic, it may be, I don't know, it may not have trans fats in, but ultimately it's still not health food.
Yeah.
There is a lot of health food in a health food shop. I'd just like to say, particularly as we know some people who run a health food shop and we love their shop, but it is about being selective.
I love health food shops and I love farmers markets. And I was going to say one of my favourite brands is Bouja Bouja, because they do the most amazing dairy-free, sugar-free ice cream. It is so good. If you haven't tried it, check it out.
So good.
Especially the chocolate flavour. 4 ingredients: cacao, water, cashews and agave nectar. I reckon we could do a podcast on agave nectar.
Yes, we could. Agave's not great, but you know. Anyway.
But as far as ice cream goes, that is it's amazing. It tastes like ice cream. It's great. And so I remember when I first started buying Bouja Bouja ice cream, and it got set into my head that all Bouja Bouja products were great and healthy, and it was a good choice. And I remember seeing their truffles. Their truffles are so good, and just automatically buying them because I knew the brand. But the truffles are cocoa, sugar, cream. They're lovely. They're really good, but they're not health food.
They might be a healthier option if you want to buy the chocolates, but
no matter how much I wanted them to be a health food, they're not a health food. So.
They're not a health food. So yeah, so really, I mean, it is quite sad in a way that we have to be so vigilant if we are on a health journey. And, you know, we're not on this health journey just for the sake of it, just because it's a good thing to do. I mean, it's a great thing to do. So people who are embracing it just to live life to the fullest, then fantastic. I thoroughly support that. But we're actually doing this because we are still on our health journey, because we still have symptoms that we have been working on our entire lives and manage, because we are so careful with the food that we eat. So for us, it's just not a case of, oh, I'll just eat it, it'll be fun. Because actually, it's like if I walk past a Cornish pasty shop, they smell so amazing. It's like, oh, it smells so amazing. And I literally, as I smell it, I go, in 20 seconds, I would have horrendous heartburn. There is no fun in there. Nothing in there is going to be fun for me.
Smells fun, not fun.
Not fun. Experience shows me only pain and doom down this road. Enter ye all who dare.
I don't have the pasty thing, but I do hear you.
You can eat pasties.
No, I do have the IBS. I don't have the smell and go, good things in there.
Pastry.
Pastry, no.
Yeah, no. So anyway, we don't do this just for the fun of it, but it has become a passion. But we do it because we need to be careful with our food, which is actually why we're so passionate about it. So yeah, basically, it is about reading the labels and about using your common sense.
But if you do have any questions about certain ingredients, then do let us know.
Absolutely.
Post on Facebook or however you want to get in touch, and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Absolutely. So subscribe here, come and join us on Facebook, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.